Good evening. Welcome to Global Headlines Today, your daily international news roundup in just 10 minutes. It's July 18th, 2025. Let's dive into tonight's top stories, from policy shifts in Washington to wildfires in California and space missions in Asia. Our goal, clarity, and context on the events shaping our world. Let's begin. In the United States, President Biden has signed a bipartisan bill expanding subsidies for domestic semiconductor manufacturing. The aim: reduce reliance on Chinese chip imports and secure critical supply chains for tech and defense. Supporters tout job creation and national security, while critics question costs and corporate benefits. The White House calls it a major win for American industry. Meanwhile, wildfires rage across California, forcing evacuations and straining emergency services. Hazardous air quality and relentless flames highlight the urgent need for better fire management and climate action. Firefighters face exhausting conditions as communities grapple with loss and uncertainty. On another front, the FBI has issued a national security alert over suspected foreign cyber attacks targeting U.S. infrastructure. Power grids, water facilities, and transportation networks are at risk, prompting urgent calls for heightened cybersecurity. The foreign actor remains unnamed, but the threat is real. Modern warfare now includes digital battlegrounds. Federal agencies are racing to defend critical systems. These stories underscore the evolving challenges facing the U.S., from physical disasters to invisible threats. The stakes: national security, public safety, and economic stability. America is on high alert. In France, protests have erupted over controversial pension reforms, with clashes in Paris and Lyon. The government's move to raise the retirement age has sparked fierce opposition, exposing deep societal divisions. President Macron faces mounting pressure as unrest grows. In Germany, inflation has eased to 2.3%. A hopeful sign for Europe's largest economy. Stabilizing energy prices offer relief, but industrial output remains sluggish and uncertainty lingers. The UK has reintroduced travel restrictions for several Asian countries due to a new COVID-19 subvariant. The move aims to prevent another wave but disrupts the recovering travel industry. Airlines and travelers face renewed uncertainty. Europe's challenges: balancing economic recovery, public health, and social stability. The continent remains on edge. Governments are making tough choices in a rapidly changing landscape. Tensions flare in the South China Sea as Chinese and Philippine vessels clash near disputed islands. Aggressive maneuvers and water cannons mark the latest standoff, raising fears of escalation. Meanwhile, Japan celebrates its first privately built satellite launch, a milestone for its commercial space industry. The initiative aims to boost innovation and secure a share of the global space economy. In India, excitement builds as ISRO prepares for the Chandrayaan-4 lunar mission. A successful landing would cement India's place among elite spacefaring nations. These developments highlight Asia's growing influence in both geopolitics and technology. The region is shaping the future on multiple fronts. In Vienna, nuclear talks between Iran and Western nations resume, seeking transparency and sanctions relief. Decades of mistrust cloud the negotiations, but a breakthrough could ease regional tensions. In Saudi Arabia, the Neom megacity project unveils plans for the world's largest vertical farm, aiming for sustainable food production in the desert. Neom is central to Saudi efforts to diversify beyond oil, though critics question its feasibility. Meanwhile, violence returns to Gaza as Israeli airstrikes follow rocket attacks. The cycle of conflict disrupts a fragile calm, with casualties reported and fears of escalation rising. The Middle East remains a region of both bold visions and persistent strife. Diplomacy, innovation, and conflict intersect daily. The stakes: peace, progress, and the future of millions. Every development here has global repercussions. The world watches closely. The path forward is uncertain. South Africa faces another round of mass power cuts as Eskom's aging infrastructure falters. Blackouts disrupt daily life and cripple the economy, fueling public frustration. Long-term solutions like renewables are in the works, but immediate relief is elusive. In Kenya, surging inflation prompts emergency talks with the IMF. The government seeks financial aid to stabilize the economy, but austerity may follow. Meanwhile, the UN expands its peacekeeping mission in Sudan after renewed violence in Darfur. Thousands are displaced, and humanitarian needs are urgent. Peacekeepers face daunting challenges in a fractured society. Africa's struggles: energy, economics, and security. The outcomes will shape millions of lives. In Brazil, protests erupt as deforestation in the Amazon accelerates. Environmentalists and indigenous groups demand stronger protections, while lawmakers debate controversial new laws. The Amazon's fate hangs in the balance between conservation and economic interests. Mexico's tourism sector is booming, surpassing pre-pandemic visitor numbers and boosting the economy. Popular destinations thrive, but concerns grow over sustainability and environmental impact. In Argentina, the central bank launches a digital peso pilot to combat inflation and modernize payments. Supporters tout efficiency and inclusion. Critics warn of privacy risks. Latin America is at a crossroads: economic revival, environmental stewardship, and digital innovation. The region's choices will echo globally. The world is watching. Apple unveils a solar-powered iPhone prototype promising continuous charging from light and a leap toward sustainability. If successful, it could redefine the smartphone industry and reduce reliance on chargers. In crypto, Bitcoin stabilizes at $60,000 as regulatory talks in the US and Europe calm investor nerves. Regulation is now seen as a path to legitimacy and market maturity. Tesla announces a new gigafactory in Indonesia, focusing on electric scooters and motorcycles for Southeast Asia. The move leverages Indonesia's nickel reserves and targets a massive two-wheeler market. Tesla's expansion signals a broader push for sustainable transport beyond cars. Tech and business are driving global change. Innovation is reshaping industries and economies. The future is being built today. Southern Europe endures a record heat wave with temperatures topping 45 degrees Celsius and wildfires threatening communities. Scientists warn this is a clear sign of accelerating climate change. Infrastructure and agriculture are under severe strain. In the Arctic, microplastics are found in fresh snow, revealing the global reach of plastic pollution. The discovery raises urgent questions about ecosystem and food chain impacts. Amidst the challenges, a rare blue whale sighting off Sri Lanka offers hope for marine conservation. The return of these giants signals progress in protecting endangered species. Environmental crises and victories remind us of our planet's fragility and resilience. That's your global news roundup for July 18, 2025. From policy shifts to environmental challenges and technological breakthroughs, today's stories shape our shared future. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join us tomorrow for more essential headlines. This has been Global Headlines Today, your world in 10 minutes. Thank you for spending 10 minutes with us on Global Headlines Today. We're committed to bringing you clear, concise news that matters. Stay safe, stay informed, and see you next time.